Hello everybody, weebrabbit here, and welcome back to our LP of Persona 4 Golden. You might notice that we are already inside the TV world, and I will explain that in a moment. Before that though, Terrific is with me. I thank him for being here, because we just lost some progress, and that will remain, you know, secret for a second longer, but in the meantime, just say hi real quick, and then we'll explain to people what happened, right? So just say hi.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Grumpy Boy, or Sad Boy.
Yeah. So in case you guys are wondering, okay, why are we inside the TV world? Last time we were talking to the paparazzi, or trying to talk to the paparazzi to get the clues about Risqué and where she went, right? All that good stuff. So we started the episode by talking to the well, first we did our interaction for that day, which we also even explained that, like, oh yeah, for whatever reason, our social links are being weird, where if you notice, we do not have the Moon Arcana, which is supposed to be that one girl that Terrific voices, the one that wants to skip class. For whatever reason, that has not popped off yet, has not begun. And so we're in a weird spot where we're supposed to already be having our second interaction with her on the 24th, and it just didn't happen. So basically, I just went and I rode the scooter, got some of our courage up, and I'm like, hey, at least that way we don't waste some time. And like, we'll talk to the paparazzi the next day. So we talked to the paparazzi on the 25th. We get the rest of the clues. We went, we did some, you know, geared up, all that good stuff. And then we talked to Teddy, and he led us to the dungeon. So far, so good, right? We start the dungeon. We get up to the third floor where we see that Risqué runs off after saying that she's gonna bear it all. And that's kind of where we end that episode, where we say, hey, you know, I'm gonna go do some grinding off screen, you know what I mean? But at least you guys see what the dungeon looks like, you know, all that good stuff. We end the episode. I play it back, take a look, you know, because we're gonna do some grinding, but I wanna make sure everything looks good. And I noticed that for whatever reason, we have the gameplay audio, we have the gameplay, but the audio, my audio, it's not there. So it's really awkward, because it would be just the gameplay, silence, and Terrific talking with himself. And like, you know, you guys might notice, Terrific provides commentary for sure, but I do like the brunt of it, right? Because I'm the one doing the gameplay, right? I'm the one playing. And so it would be so awkward to just have Terrific talking to himself. It would not work. So unfortunately, that episode is lost. So we're just gonna have to pick up here. Believe us though, we did the paparazzi thing, started the dungeon, got up to floor 3, and then, you know, I did the grinding off screen. So we're just gonna have to pick up here. So there's basically a lost episode. So that sucks. So let's see what we accomplished, right? So we're gonna pick up where we left off. What's up?
Or, I was gonna say, you can do what some people do, which I would not recommend, is you watch the footage and try to recreate your reactions based on...
Oh, hell no. I'm not gonna remember crap, man. It's gonna be all awkward, too, especially because, like, you are there giving commentary. I'm gonna try to be like, what in the hell was he, like... What was happening that he's commenting? No, it would be too awkward, man. Yeah. It would be too awkward. So in the meantime, just consider a lost episode. Luckily, you guys didn't miss much. Just the beginning of the dungeon, the first 3 floors. So real quick, so yeah, I did some grinding off screen. We're up to level 45. Yasuke's level 45. 𝐥𝐤𝐤 is being ignored as she should be, because Yukiko and Kanji are the other members of the team. Yukiko's level 44. Kanji's level 42. He's a bit behind because, you know, he joined the team late. We look at our personas. Right now, these are the personas we have. I am quite proud of Mothman, because he has all of the elements, basically. He has electricity that attacks everybody, fire that attacks everybody, ice that attacks everybody. He has light attack. He has darkness attack. So good stuff, right? So not bad, not bad. The only thing we're really missing is wind, right? So good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so we're just having to continue where we left off. But trust me, off camera, I did some grinding, got up to floor 7, which is where the mini boss is, which you guys will see in a moment. And I went and did some collecting from the other dungeons, because the guide talks about how there's stuff to collect in the other dungeons, so I did that as well. So, you know. Alright, so let's get this started. So yeah, we're gonna continue from floor 6. He says good luck. This sound is out of sync.
Ah, great.
All right, you know what? It's fine. We're just gonna deal with it as we can. That means you guys are gonna have one missing episode, one episode where the audio is kind of crappy, but hopefully by the next episode, things should be back to normal. I apologize, folks, but technology just doesn't play nice sometimes, right? It is what it is, unfortunately.
Curse you, Nelson Mandela.
Oh yeah, because that's what you guys are gonna miss. In the last episode, we had like a whole bit about the Mandela effect, a thing about Terrific in a diaper because of how this sounds like a rave. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like we could try to recreate it, but again, I don't even remember what we were saying. But basically,
Yeah,
it sounds ravey, and you just said you had like your diaper on and your pacifier, right? Like
Yeah, and those little neon lights.
yeah. Ah, man. Yeah, you guys are gonna miss
But
a
the
lot.
moment's gone.
Yeah, the moment's
gone,
man. It sucks, but let's just try to get through this. Let's try to
okay,
get
wait,
to that
wait.
mini-boss. What's up?
Real quick, you gotta at least show them the caked up Mothman.
Okay, in a moment, I'll show them the kicked off Mouthman. Let's just get through this mini boss. Afterwards, we'll try to show it to them. We'll get to that in a moment because it was pretty funny. So Risqué says, "Wow, I'm so happy you came, but still, I'm a little embarrassed. So I'm gonna turn out the lights." So yeah, that apparently is the gimmick for this floor. That she's gonna turn off the lights, and we're gonna have to do a little bit of a maze, which you guys will see in a moment. Teddy's like, huh, if she turned off the lights, then that means... Is it gulp? Sensei, am I about to climb the stairway to adulthood? So that's really dumb. And no, we didn't do the maze last time. It's just that I'm looking towards the guide, and it tells me that, yeah, there's gonna be like that little gimmick or whatever, so... She's like, aw, you're so impatient. But you can't go in yet, hmm? Over here, hurry. So yeah, apparently the little gimmick is that it wants us to do like this little maze basically, and then that's what's gonna lead to the mini boss. And once we fight the mini boss, that's what's gonna let us go back there and actually proceed onward. Yeah, I'm looking at the guide because it tells you like what route to take, so you're not just like running around in the dark, right? Just like lost and running into dead ends.
But I like running in the dark.
I mean, don't you like hurt yourself?
But I like the pain.
Oh, okay, that works, I guess. Real quick, as we're running around trying to reach where we need to go. Yeah, so what Terrific's referring to is that for whatever reason, as we were running around those first 3 floors last time, and we were talking about like the whole rave thing, we're talking about the dungeon and the music, all this stuff. We were doing a bit of fighting, right? And we were showing off Kanji and how he uses electric attack. Is this the right way? Where even are we in the map? Hold on.
Oh no.
Yes, this is the right way, actually. She's like, you came! Okay, I'm ready for anything. Is it gulp? Are you ready, Sensei? Yes, we are. As we were running around, we were showing off the fighting and how Kanji uses electric attacks, all that good stuff. I was showing off Mothman. And it was funny because at first, Terrific was saying that Mothman is creepy, he doesn't like him. And we started talking about cryptids. And then I mentioned what he knows about cryptids, yada yada. And I told him if he's familiar with the Mothman statue in North Virginia. He said no, he looked it up. And we were laughing because we're going to put it on the screen right now. Mothman is super caked up in that statue for some reason. So you guys should be seeing it on screen. And we were saying, why is he so caked up? Like in here, they portray Mothman as this like big anthropomorphic, bug. It looks kind of like cute, and he has like these weird long legs. But the statue in North Virginia, it's all caked up, and he's like all buff for some reason. It gets really weird. So we were just laughing about that last time. It was like a whole bit, man. It's just there you go. There you go.
Good. You guys missed out on some great commentary.
It actually was pretty good. We're firing on all cylinders. I'm so mad we missed it, man. Like, oh man.
I told you, just react to what I'm saying.
Oh my god, I could try. There's no way I could do it.
Nah, don't do it. Don't do it.
So Risqué says, it's my first time. Please be gentle. I'm turning on the lights, okay? And he's like, whoa! So yeah, she's tricking us. That's the little mini boss.
One enemy ambushed you. Hang in there.
And then another thing we were joking about last time, we were saying, why does her shadow self look so demented? Why does she look so unhinged? Like, other bosses, they look scary, but I don't know, there's something about Risqué's shadow that looks extra creepy for some reason.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I don't know, man. It's just really off-putting, really.
It's really weird, right? It's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, so I just realized, without even paying attention, my bad. So she is susceptible to fire. I should have kept going and seen if it was susceptible to other elements. Because sometimes they're susceptible to more than one element. So, you know, I should have kept it going, but... Yeah, I was so busy talking, I wasn't even paying attention. Alright, that was normal damage. Because it's susceptible to fire.
Yep, Kanji's poisoned.
Ah, but we're poisoned. I don't know if it's going to attack. It did work. Alright, not bad. Yeah, like I said, folks, I apologize for all the technical difficulties. I don't know what's happening. It's so annoying, man. Like, the fact that we lost all the commentary basically for one episode, and this one, the sounds being all weird. Like, I don't get why. It's so random.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Luckily, at least it seems like things are in our favor. At least this mini-boss is going pretty well. It's weak to fire.
Yeah.
You know, we have a fire persona. 𝐦𝐤𝐞 has fire as her element. So at least we're not doing too bad. So we're almost done with the mini-boss. So
Yeah.
alright, we're almost done. Alright, 𝐦𝐤𝐞, finish it off. Use fire. There we go.
I broke a sweat.
I broke a sweat. Okay. Alright, Teddy says, what is this immense feeling of disappointment? I didn't even get a chance to choose. Have I been fooled? Let's just go home now, Sensei. So that's something we were talking about last time. That, I feel like more than ever, he's been commenting on stuff and giving input. I guess since I kind of know where this is going, just keep a pin in that. There's a reason he's commenting so much, and he's talking about, you know, choices and feeling useless and stuff like that. There's a reason for it, basically. So just put a pin in that. Yeah, as you're running around, you might notice that we have a shovel, and you might be wondering, why in the hell do you have a shovel as your weapon? That's because... Shut up, Teddy. Shut up. That's because before we started the dungeon, we went and we gave the cabbages to that one housewife at Juness. And basically she's like, oh, you know, thank you so much, here and that, you know, this and that. Have this shovel. And apparently the shovel is our weapon. So it's a bit of an upgrade, so that's pretty fun. And something we talked about last episode as well. We're like, oh, that's kind of fun. The art guy, he uses two-handed swords. Or in this case...
You're low on health.
Shut up, Teddy. In this case, we're using a shovel. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿, he's using two fish, but usually he uses daggers. 𝐦𝐤𝐞 uses a fan, which is pretty fun, right? I like that as a gimmick. We were talking about last time. Like, when's the last time that you saw somebody use fans as a weapon, right? That's not very common. That's like pretty unique, right? I like that.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name? Kanji, he uses a folding chair because his is kind of like Shinji from the previous game. He uses like blunt objects, basically. So that's kind of fun. Risa says, good evening. It's me, Risqué Fujikawa. Why don't I tell all you fans a little about myself? And he's like, what's this? What's she up to? What should I talk about first? Never mind. Maybe some other time. And he's like, lame. So, okay.
You okay, Yuki-chan? You're low on health.
Alright, I'm just trying to get to... I'm looking at the guide. It says the 11th floor. I just want to reach the 11th floor. I don't think we're going to have enough time to get through the boss fight and, you know, all that stuff. It's like a whole thing from what I remember. But I want to at least get to there. And then that way, if we like use the thing to go back to the beginning of the dungeon and do some healing, at least we can pick up from the 11th floor dungeon. You know what I mean? But yeah, again, it's such a shame that everything's just like not. Technology isn't working with us, which is really lame. She says, let's see, my work right now. Yeah, I think it's really fulfilling. I long to be an idol ever since I was a kid. Every day's so much fun. He's like, it's really fulfilling for me too, since I'm with you guys, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. So this is kind of what I mean. He kind of keeps commenting about himself and how he feels about things, how he, you know, he's talking a lot about himself. Just keep that in mind. There's a reason for that. So I don't remember if we talked about this last time. We might have. But yeah, idol culture in Japan's pretty weird, right? Like, what do you really know about it?
You know, I feel like I have a rough idea, but I'm gonna need you to talk about it for a little bit, just so it jogs my memory. Yeah,
basically, idol culture in Japan's really weird. Because it's like, okay, there's these people they call idols, right? They either, you know, sing or dance or act. It's like a whole entertainment industry. But it's really awkward because they hold him to like a really weird stand. He says, I'm all empty. Again, he's talking about himself. Just again, one more time. They hold him to like a really weird standard where like they've kind of loosened up on it like recently. But yeah, they treat him really weird where it's all like, oh, you know, if you're an idol, you're not allowed to date. You're not allowed to like, you have to be perfect. Because basically it's like, you have to have yourself available to the fans at all time so that they can project onto you. Like if they have a crush on you, almost like they can pretend they stand a chance asking you out. Like it's really awkward. So you can't like date or do anything, stuff like that. But it's also like a big thing about staying pure. Like you can't mess up. You can't be caught drinking or like anything. Like it's so weird. Like they treat them very strangely. And then the way they make them act, and you know, like I mean, like act like literally like their job. Like they work them like a workhorse. Like it's really bad, honestly. Like I get why people do it because again, you know, fame and you know, you probably make some good money, stuff like that. But the way they describe it, like you have to wonder if it's worth it because there's so much like stuff they have to do about how they act, what they're not allowed to do. They work them so hard, and like it's so weird, honestly.
Yeah. You know, I will say it is funny how, you know, Japanese culture, I mean, because if we're being honest, the Japanese idol culture is basically the same thing as how some people treat celebrities here. It's just interesting how we don't have the same standard where it's like, you know, if a celebrity's in a relationship, we're just like, oh, you know, what is it like? Some people just like will put them in the place of like their partner or whatever to have like that type of fantasy or whatevs.
Yeah. But yeah, over there it's so weird because it's like, no, like you have to remain pure in the eyes of the public so that they can, again, like to push that narrative, that merch of like, oh yeah, of course, you know, they can hold your hand, you can pretend that you stand a chance dating them and stuff. Like it's so awkward. And then like the way that they treat them where they work on like a workhorse and they can like drop them at any time and stuff. It's so awkward. It's so weird, honestly. So I don't know, it's like a whole thing. It is really interesting to look at though. That's why before it fell off, I thought it was really interesting, that series, 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞 no Ko, because the whole point is that, you know, it's kind of looking at the idol industry and the entertainment industry as a whole in Japan. And it was kind of like revealing some of like the darker sides of it, right? Like some of the stalking they deal with, some of the, you know, behind the scenes about you reach a certain age, they drop you. If they find out you're in a relationship, you know, that's a no-no. So some of them hide it, you know, stuff like that. And for a while, that series was really good. And it had like some really good, you know, ideas there. But, you know, the less said about the way it went, the better. But for a while there, it was really interesting seeing them, like, really, you know, kind of be more candid about all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, folks, so this episode is going to be very short. I apologize. Again, we're just having a lot of technical difficulties for some reason. There's going to be a whole episode that's lost, a whole other episode where the sound's probably going to be all screwy. But hopefully by next time we'll have figured it out. We luckily stopped right before the boss, so we'll be able to see the boss. We'll be able to see the whole thing about Risqué and rescuing her, all that good stuff. But again, apologies. It's just technology not being on our side today. You know what I mean? It really sucks. But, you know, if you guys like what you saw, I know it wasn't much, but if you guys like what you managed to see, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you, Terrific, for being here, of course, and, you know, dealing with all this with me.
Yeah, man, not a problem.
All right, and we'll see you guys next time, where, like I said, fingers crossed, all of the technical foibles will be worked out. We will fight the boss, see all of that. And again, I was kind of hinting at it. There's something up with Teddy. Let's see what happens with that. I do have my thoughts on that. And we'll just continue from there, you know? But until then, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.